Dana White had come out and he said, oh, we're going to punish Conor. And when it's time to punish Conor, he said, we're not going to punish Conor. And so many people got upset about that. And their argument for being upset was that Conor gets special treatment because he's so good for business. I get where you would come to that conclusion. I would just offer you a few other examples that Dana has actually been very consistent in these types of things. He was very upset with John Jones, but John was his guy and Dana showed up at his hearing. And you could offer the same things that John was good for business. But I'll offer you another example, which was Jeremy Stevens. And while a lot of you know Jeremy Stevens and you want to see him fight now, at the time that Jeremy ended up in a jam, which was in 2012, he was not a known commodity main event drawing marquee fighter at all, but he was Dana's guy. He ended up in some kind of a jam. It was like in Iowa or something like this. Dana was out doing media that day with Ronda Rousey. He and Ronda went to the jail together with a pile full of money to try to bail out Jeremy Stevens to put him on the card that night. And what I'm offering to you is not that Dana just looks out for guys or looks the other way for guys that are his big draws. He has an absolute history of backing his guy. He doesn't leave one of his guys behind, for better or worse, and the Jeremy Stevens is a great example. Fox had just picked up the UFC. And that was a huge deal, and it changed all the rules to everything because now you're dealing with a publicly traded company. So all the rules and all the PR and everything is now different. And I was working for Fox at the time, and Fox put out a statement, Jeremy Stevens will not be part of the card tonight. Dana White responded to that tweet and said, yes, he will. There was a battle between Fox, who's going, we're the ones that put this on TV, and we're not putting a guy on television that was in jail earlier today for assault charges. And Dana said, it is my show, and I decide who gets in the ring, and yes, you are. And there was an actual battle. Now, where I'm going with this story is just so, for anybody that says Conor's given special treatment or, laws are being looked at differently for him, I just want to offer you the history of Dana has been very consistent, which is when there is a legal matter, he lets the law deal with his guys. He views the laws as, look, the law's above me. I need to respect it, and you need to respect it. And if it goes against you, then I'm going to go against you. But if it goes for you, then you don't now have to deal with me. That's just the way he's been. That's just a consistency thing. I thought that was relevant and fair to point out. Dana does back his guy, for better. You guys remember when the Rampage thing happened? And Rampage might also fall into the category of he was a big draw. Remember when Rampage went crazy on energy drinks? You guys remember that? It was all over TMZ. Rampage had stayed up for 2 days playing video games. I'm close, something like that. And then he drinks a bunch of energy drinks and they had some weird effect. And the next thing you know, he goes on a rampage in LA. Cops around. I want to say there was even a helicopter involved. It was all over TMZ. Dana jumped on a plane, went straight to the jail that day. But he has a history of backing his guy. Let the authorities fill it out later, but for today, I stand with my guy. That's a cool thing. That's a positive thing. And I think that that's what's happening here with Conor. I don't think that there was favoritism.